I want to start with the fact that Israel is involved in its annual commemoration this day of the Holocaust. And in advance of that, Palestinian President Abbas issued a statement calling the Holocaust, and I quote here, the most heinous crime in the modern era. He expressed sympathies for the victims of the Holocaust. What do you make of that?
Well, I try to reconcile that with the fact that he embraced just a few days ago the Hamas terrorist organization that denies the Holocaust and openly calls for a new extermination of the 6 million Jews of Israel. So President Abbas can't have it both ways. He can't say the Holocaust was terrible, but at the same time embrace those who deny the Holocaust and seek to perpetrate another destruction of the Jewish people. I think probably what he's trying to do is damage control. I think what President Abbas is trying to do is to placate Western public opinion that understands that he delivered a terrible blow to the peace process by embracing these Hamas terrorists. And I think he's trying to wiggle his way out of it.
He is also quoted in today's Jerusalem Post as talking about this new unity government with Hamas and saying, the government reports to me and follows my policies. I recognize Israel, and so will the government. I renounce violence and terrorism, and I recognize international legitimacy, and so will the government. So essentially, he's saying, this is still going to be my government. It still is going to follow what I have observed and what I have said. What do you make of that, and do you believe him? And if you do, is it enough to bring you back to the table?
Look, I will not, as the Prime Minister of Israel, negotiate with a government that is backed by the Hamas terror organization committed to our destruction. Neither would you. You designate Hamas, the U.S., as a terrorist organization. It sends thousands of rockets into Israel. It sends scores of suicide bombers. It praised the murder of a father of 5 the other week on the way to a Passover dinner. He praised it. They praised bin Laden when he was alive as a holy warrior and condemned the United States when you killed bin Laden. This is one of the most preeminent terrorist organizations of our time. Obviously the U.S. Abhors it, as we do, and nobody expects us to negotiate with a government that is backed by it. Now, the statement that, well, I'll put forward, even though I'm in a national unity with Hamas, I'm putting forward in the front office, more respectable people. We know that gambit. It's the back office, front office gambit. In the back office, the mafia sits. In the front office, you have respectable lawyers. We're not going to buy that trick. We will not negotiate with a government backed by Hamas unless Hamas had changed its position, unless Hamas said, oh, I'm willing to recognize Israel. But Hamas, including after this pact with Abbas, is saying the very opposite. It's saying Israel is going to be destroyed. We'll continue the terror campaign against Israel. This is the partner that President Abbas has now joined. And I call on President Abbas, tear up your pact with Hamas. Recognize the Jewish state. Come back to a real peace process.